Sanger Rainsford, a world-famous big game hunter, was traveling by yacht to the Amazon to hunt jaguars. As the ship passed a mysterious place known as Ship Trap Island in the Caribbean, Rainsford heard 3 gunshots in the distance. Leaning over the railing to investigate, he lost his balance and fell into the dark, blood-warm waters. He swam toward the sound of the shots and eventually reached the shore of a jagged, rocky island. Exhausted, he fell into a deep sleep. When he awoke, he discovered a massive palatial chateau perched on a high cliff. Rainsford was met at the door by Ivan, a giant, silent man pointing a revolver at his chest. Soon, the owner of the house appeared, General Zaroff, an elegant man with vivid white hair and coal-black eyes. Zaroff was a fellow hunter and knew Rainsford's books well. During a lavish dinner, Zaroff made a chilling confession. He had grown bored of hunting animals because they lacked the ability to reason. I had to invent a new animal to hunt, Zaroff said with a smile. An animal that can reason and has courage and is cunning. Rainsford was horrified. General, you are talking about murder. Zaroff simply laughed. He explained that he collected shipwrecked sailors and gave them a choice: be hunted by him for 3 days or be handed over to Ivan, who was a former torturer. If the prey survived 3 days in the jungle, they won their freedom. So far, no one had ever won. The next morning, Rainsford was forced into the game. He was given a hunting knife, a small supply of food, and a 3-hour head start. Rainsford did not just run. He used his years of experience to create a complex trail of loops to confuse the general. He hid high in a tree, but Zaroff found him easily within hours. However, Zaroff did not kill him. He smiled and walked away, saving Rainsford for another day of sport. Rainsford realized with terror that Zaroff was playing with him like a cat with a mouse. Driven by the fear of death, Rainsford's instincts sharpened. He began setting deadly traps used by hunters in different parts of the world. First, the Malay man catcher. Rainsford rigged a large dead tree to fall. It struck Zaroff's shoulder, wounding him and forcing him to return home to dress the wound. Second, the Burmese tiger pit. Rainsford dug a deep hole and filled it with sharpened stakes. One of Zaroff's best hunting dogs fell in and died. And third, Ugandan knife trap. He tied his hunting knife to a springy sapling. The trap went off, but instead of Zaroff, it killed the giant Ivan. Zaroff was closing in with his remaining hounds. Rainsford reached a high cliff overlooking the sea. With no other choice, he leaped into the churning waters below. Zaroff reached the cliff, looked down, and assumed Rainsford had been dashed against the rocks. That night, Zaroff returned to his chateau, enjoyed a fine dinner, and went to his bedroom. As he turned on the light, he saw a shadow by the curtains. It was Rainsford, alive and soaked. He had swam around the island to the chateau's harbor. I congratulate you, Zaroff said, bowing. You have won the game. I am still a beast at bay, Rainsford replied coldly, "Get ready, General." Zaroff's eyes lit up. "Splendid. One of us shall furnish a meal for the hounds. The other will sleep in this very excellent bed." The story ends with Rainsford reflecting that he had never slept in a better bed.